Good evening, students. Am I audible? Please confirm in the chat box. Students, please confirm, am I audible or not? Thank you for confirming, students. Let's proceed with today's session. As we discussed, this is batch 293. In case of any contact, you need to contact if you want to contact our support team, you need to contact them at support@logiclabstech.com. And our support team, as I've told you, if you want to contact them, these are the numbers given below. These are the numbers given below where you can always call them and contact them. Our support team is available Monday to Saturday between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. First 5 sessions will be free to attend. On the 6th session, Zoom link will be changed and it will be shared to the registered participants only. As I've told you, all the session recording and notes will be accessed through LMS Bharati. Course duration is 40 days and course fee is 4130. Please follow us on our website, Telegram group, Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn account. So let's start with today's session. First of all, let's go back to what we have discussed yesterday. Let's take a quick recap of what we have discussed yesterday. Students, we discussed that Python is what? It is a general purpose, simple, platform independent, highly interpreted, and high level programming language. And kind of application we can develop with the help of using Python is web application like website development, then development of gaming applications, AI applications like machine learning, deep learning, etc. Desktop GUI, image processing based applications, text processing based applications, and business applications, video based applications like YouTube, web tapping, harvesting applications, data visualization, software development, numerical and complex mathematical operations, CAD and CAM applications, console-based applications, automation industry for testing, data analysis, data analytics, computer vision and education programs, etc. Now let's start with the history of Python. Yesterday we discussed that it was conceived in year 1980 and brought into action in 1989. Officially, it was released in February 20, 1991. It was developed by Guido van Rossum, who was the father of Python. It was developed at Centrum Wiskunde Informatica, CWI in Netherlands. ABC is the predecessor of Python programming language. It is maintained and managed by a non-commercial organization, that is PSF, Python Software Foundation. And official website of Python is www.python.org, from where you can easily download it. I have shown you the downloading process also yesterday. So, versions of Python we have talked about 1.x, 2.x, 3.x. After that, we have 1 is the major version. After that, we have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. These are the minor versions. And if we talk about the 1.x, 1 is the major version in which it is an outdated version which is not in use right now. Even though we always recommend you to download 3.12, which is the latest version, 3.12.3. Even though some of the companies are still using 2.x, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, till 7. Right. After that, we started discussing about the features of Python. We have 11 features from which we have discussed about the 5 features. First of all, we need to know that Python is inspired from the four programming languages like C, C++, Modulo 3, and Perl. Now let's start with the features again. When we are talking about the features, it is one of the simple programming language because of the 3 technical features. What were those? It's rich set of APIs. Now, APIs, I've told you yesterday also that API means application programming interface. So it has a rich set of APIs that is also known as library so that the Python programmer can reuse the predefined. Okay, need not to write their own code all the time. And API, if we talk about, is a collection of modules, and module is a collection of functions, variables, classes, like calendar, math, CMath, OS, module, random module, etc. Then second factor we discussed about, it has the garbage collector facility, which removes the unused memory space and improves the Python-based application. So garbage collector takes care about the automatic memory management. Python programming also provides the user-friendly syntaxes so that the Python programmer can develop the error-free programs in limited span of time. Platform independent. Why it is known as platform independent? Because it its data remains same on all the OSs. If we talk about an effective platform independent language, all the types of values will stored in the form of objects, and we can store the unlimited amount of data. Although if we talk about the Java, if we talk about the Java, that Java also store all the data in the form of objects only. But still, it is size restricted. Whereas Python is, in the Python object, we can store unlimited amount of data and values. Now, freeware and open source we discussed because it can be freely downloaded from its official website. After that, open source, because the standard name of Python is CPython, and some of the company's vendors came forward and can customize the C vendor and use the customized versions in there as their in-house versions. Like JPython, used for running Java-based applications. IronPython, used to run C#.NET applications. MicroPython, used to develop the microcontrollers. RubyPython used to develop the Ruby-based applications, and Anaconda Python, which is used to run the big data applications. Then we discussed about the dynamically typed language. What is the difference between static type language and a dynamically typed language? Although we have 2 types of languages. Static type language is a language in which we need, like, programmers must define a variable with data, otherwise they'll get the compile time error. But if we talk about the dynamically typed language, there we need not to define the variable. The Python execution environment based values assignment by the programming team. Assigned by the programming domain. So we need not to mention, it will take on its own. Interpreted programming language, like whatever we save, we need to save with an extension .py. The file name will be saved with the extension .py. Whenever we execute the Python program, 2 processes takes place, that is compilation and execution process. In the compilation process, the source code submit to the Python compiler. It reads the source code and converts it into the bytecode, that is sum.py. What does it do? It reads the code line by line and check for the syntaxes. After that, if any error found, then error will be displayed. Otherwise, it will be converted to this bytecode, that is sum.py. After that, the PVM execution phase takes place, where PVM reads line by line of bytecode and convert it into the machine understandable format, that is Python code, which is read by the OS and gives results. So PVM means Python virtual machine. PVM means Python virtual machine. PVM is one of the Python software whose role is to read the source code line by line and convert it into the machine understandable code, that's executable or binary code. Now let's proceed with the today's session. Was everything clear to you yesterday? Is that clear to you? Is that clear to you, students? Shall we proceed with the new session, new topic? Okay, good. Let's proceed. Now, as we are discussing about the features, let's proceed with the features again. Interpreted, we discussed. Next is high-level programming language. Why it is known as the high-level programming language? In general, we have two types of programming languages, students, in which we have one is the low-level programming language and second is the high-level programming language. Java also converts and goes through the bytecode one. Yes, it converts and goes through. So what is the difference? So what is the difference? See, Java is size restricted, where we can store unlimited amount of data in the Python program. You need not to write the code all the time. You can reuse the code as well. Is that clear, Gipesh? Okay. No problem. Raghu has raised the hand. Okay, let me answer him. Yes, Raghu. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi Ritu. Am I audible?
Yes. Very good.
Okay, so a very good evening. So you mentioned that Java has some limitation. So both are related to object, right? Both Python can also consume objects, and whereas Java can also consume objects. So
Yes.
you mentioned there is a barrier with Java which is limited for data. So what is
Yes.
that limitation? Is it object based or program based limitation?
See, if we talk about the Java, they have the C, program based and the object based also, because everything, every value we store, that will be stored in the form of variable, right? And it is formed in the, it is stored in the form of object. So if we talk about the Java, then they definitely have the restrictions in the, like, in the objects also and the programming also, because whatever we are saving, if we run the byte, if we talk about the codes, we can store the unlimited amount of data in this, but there we cannot. They have some limitations of the programs.
Okay, limitation in the data. So that volume, any idea on that? How much volume that Java can process? 1 GB, 1 terabyte. What is any idea on that limitation?
See, we cannot say like that because, but as I am teaching the Python, we can store, and we are running the programs, we can store the unlimited amount of data.
Okay, makes
Okay.
sense. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Now let's proceed. Let's proceed. We have two types of programming languages. One is a low-level programming language, and second is a high-level programming language. When we talk about the low-level programming language, what is that? Like, if we'll write, if we represent the low-level data like binary, octal, and hexadecimal, this type of data is not understandable by the end user. When we write something in the binary format or in the octal format or in the hexadecimal format, are you able to understand this? Are you able to understand this? No, no. This is not understandable by the end user or the programmer, right? So this Python is a high-level programming language. Why? Because it automatically converts it into the decimal number system data, which is understandable by the end user. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let's go to the Python. Now what I'm going to do is, let me write, I am writing A is equal to, what I need to write is 0B. If I'm writing the binary format, I need to write 0B either in the capital, either in the uppercase or in the lowercase. 1010111111. Now, let me write. We all know that we have 0 and 1 digit in binary. Now, if I write print A, type of A, now what will I get? 687. So that is the only reason Python is known as the high-level programming language, because it automatically converts the binary format or octal data, or if we talk about the hexadecimal, it converts it into the decimal number system, which is understandable by the end user. Now let's take B is equal to 0. Now I'm using 0 B. B I'm writing in capital. 10101. Now print B. It's 21. Now let's take A again. A is equal to 0O. 0O. 0O means octal data. Let me write 1, 2, 3. Now, where is 21 coming from? 21 coming from, I'll tell you. Just wait for a minute, Smith, I'll tell you. I'll give you the answer. Now, print A, type of A. See, it has converted it into the decimal number system, which is understandable by the end user. Now, let's take B is equal to 0, 0, X. Now, let me write FACT. Now, print B. See, it's 64206. Now, some of the students are asking that how is this coming? How is this converting? See, I'll tell you the number system data, like how to convert it. I'll tell you about that also. But as I've told you, if I'm writing any binary format, this is known as number system, which we'll discuss in the next sessions, and how this conversion takes place. Although they have the base code of 0, like 1 or 0, we have two numbers, so they have the base of 2. How is this conversion taking place? I'll show you, but we'll discuss about it in the next session. Just a second. I'll show you that. See, number system, just a second. In the rest of the session, we have already discussed about the number system data. See, how is this conversion taking place? See, this is a way how they convert it. I will discuss about it and we'll let you know how actually this conversion is taking place. Octal number system data, how is this conversion taking place? And resultant factor is 83. So it automatically converts it into the binary number format, which is understandable by the end user. Clear to you? Clear to you? Any questions? I'll tell you in the next session, in the rest of the sessions, once we are done with this, that how is this conversion taking place? Maybe tomorrow or day after. Okay. Now, as we told you that in this programming language, automatically conversion takes place. It converted into the decimal number system, binary, octal, and hexadecimal. We have the 4 number systems: binary, octal, hexadecimal, and decimal number system. Decimal number system is a system which is understandable by everyone. And binary number system is not understandable by the programmers also, and sometimes by the end users. Octal and the hexadecimal also. So it that is the only reason, as it automatically converts it, that is the only reason it is known as the high level programming language. Now, robust. Why the Python is known as the robust language? It is one of the robust language because of its exception handling. Now, what is the exception? Exceptions means we are going to discuss each and everything. Exceptions also we'll discuss. We'll discuss each and everything. This is just to start. Now, exceptions means runtime errors. Now, what types of errors do we get? We'll discuss about it. Runtime error of the program are called the exceptions. Whenever we run the program and we get the error, they are known as the exceptions. Now, exceptions by default generates the technical error messages, which is not understandable by the end user. So converting those technical error messages into user-friendly error messages is called as exception handling, which makes the Python program as a robust, which makes the Python language as a robust language. Okay, is this clear? Process of converting technical error messages into user-friendly error messages is called exception handling. And if the Python program uses exception handling, the Python program is robust. So Python is a robust language because of its exception handling. Is this clear to everyone till here? Students need to answer. Okay, let's proceed. Extensible. Why it is known as extensible? Python programming giving its program facilities to the other languages also. It is giving its program facilities to the programming facilities to the other languages also, like C++, which means Python code can also be written in the C++ language and the other languages also. So that is one of the reasons that it is known as an extensible programming language. Now, let's go ahead. Now, we'll discuss about embedded. Why it is known as embedded? Because Python programming can call other languages coding segment for fastest execution. They can also call other languages coding segment for fastest execution. Python code can call C programming code. They can call Java programming code. They can call C++ programming code for its fastest execution. So that is why it is known as the embedded language. Now, it also supports the third-party APIs. Extensive support. Like Python libraries can do many tasks and operations, but still some of the complex operations cannot be solved by the Python. So what it do is it takes the help of third-party APIs. It takes the help of third-party APIs or libraries such as NumPy, which is a numerical calculation. Complex calculations can easily solved in NumPy. And Pandas works as an analysis tool. It works as an analysis tool. So in that we need not to use, in the Pandas, we need not to use the Excel sheet. It provides their own analysis tool. Right? Matplotlib, which is used for data visualization, SciPy, Scikit, etc. Is this clear, students? Is this clear to you guys? Raghu, okay. Again, wanted to ask the question. Yes, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi Ritu. So I'm just going to the before slide. So we talk about embedded, right? So where we can call other programming languages within Python. So I have a Python program. In that program, I can able to call other programming, some part of a logic written in some other language, so that I can call and execute along with
can
program,
call
right?
some codes, like some of the codes can be written from the Java also, from the C++ also, from the C also for the better execution and fast execution. We can call the other coding segments also.
Okay. So it will act as a, sometimes it will act as a driver program in case, just in case my application built on different languages. So to execute all together as a business, so it will act upon, right?
Yes, definitely. You can act upon.
Okay, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay,
Thanks, Ritu.
no problem. Okay, let's proceed. Now we are going to talk about the identifiers and literals. Now, what are identifiers and what are literals? Literals are nothing but values passing to the Python program. So whenever we write any Python program, we need to enter the inputs, we make the inputs, and such inputs are called as or values. Such, so I have told you, I'm sorry. Whatever input we make, whatever values we write, they are called as literals. So all type of values are known as literals. In Python programming, we have five types of literals. One is integer literal, floating point literal, str literal, boolean, and collection. Integer, floating, str, boolean, and collection literals. Now, what are identifiers? Identifiers are also known as variables in Python. Whenever we make any input, whenever we write any literal, they are stored in the main memory of computer, right? By allocating sufficient amount of memory space with the help of data type. In order to process those data, which was stored in the main memory as a programmer, we need to use some distinct names, right? And when we talk about the distinct names, when we talk about the distinct names, and these names makes us to identify, just a second. Yes, sorry. So we were talking about process the data which was stored in the main memory as a programmer. So we must use some distinct, and these names makes us to identify the value which is stored in the main memory. So that is known as identifiers. The values of identifiers are changing or verifying during the program execution. So all the identifiers are also known as the variables. So all type of inputs or literals which we do stored in the form of variables, and all type of variables are called objects. Is this clear? So whenever we enter inputs or literals, they are stored in the main memory by allocating sufficient amount of memory space with the help of data type. To process the data which was stored in the main memory as a programmer, we need to give some distinct names, and these names makes us to identify the values stored in the memories. Hence, names are called the identifiers. So the values of identifiers are changing or verifying during the program executions. Hence, identifiers are known as variables, and all the variables are called objects. Let's proceed. Now, what is a variable? A variable is an identifier whose values can be changed during the execution of the program. Now, there are some rules which we need to follow while using the program. To use the variable in Python program, we need to follow some rules. The variable name can be a combination of alphabet, digits, and a special symbol underscore only. Please remember this, that it can be a combination of alphabets, digit, and the special symbol that is underscore only. The first letter of variable must start either with an alphabet or underscore. If we try to write it with the help of number, we won't be able to go ahead. Let me write A is equal to. A is equal to. Now, what I'm doing is, let me use 1 student. Now, see, invalid decimal literacy. Now, if I write A is equal to student 1, it is not defined. Why it is not defined? Name student 1 is not defined. So to define it, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? See, if I write A is equal to 100, it is acceptable. But why not? Why not one student, student 1? Why we are getting the error? Let me show you. Let me show you. In this case, see, we need to write 1 ABC. So what we need to write is, we need to identify it. We need to identify it, and identifier is known as variable. So we need to take a variable. So what we need to do, we need to take a variable. Let's take one more time. Now, if I'll write student 1 is equal to 101. Now, we are getting it? Now, if I write 1 student, because we need to write the variable name, is equal to 101. See, got together. Now, if I write underscore student is equal to 101. Now, if I write, students, listen to me carefully. If I write total number of, see, I'm giving this is equal to 500. Is it understandable? Is it understandable or it's confusing? Is it understandable or confusing? It's confusing. So what I'll write is, if I write like this, total underscore number of students is equal to 500, then it is understandable also. It is understandable also and acceptable. All right. Okay. One of the students has raised the hand. Okay. Let's proceed. Now, if I write 1 ABC is equal to 20, it is not accepted. Invalid decimal literacy. Now, if I write ABC1 is equal to 100, it is acceptable. It is acceptable. Now, if I use underscore or use any other symbol, at the rate, ABC is equal to 100, I'll get the error. I'll get the error. Now, if I write, let's take 20 students is equal to okay, let me write 20 students are registered. Let me write like that. Now, syntax error, 20 students, invalid decimal literacy. Now, if I write students underscore 20 underscore 20, this is accepted. This is acceptable. So what we need to do is, we need to show, we need the, it should be the variable name should be a combination of alphabet, digits, and a special symbol underscore only. First letter of variable name must start with either with the alphabet or special symbol underscore. So these are the examples I have given. These are the examples I have given. Now, no special symbols are allowed except underscore. If we use hash, Hash is used for commenting in Python. Please remember, it is used for commenting in Python. We have written, as we have written here, sorry, if I write salary is equal to 45, it is acceptable. Now, if I write salary employee is equal to 25. Now, if I write salary underscore employee is equal to 45. Now, it's 45. Now, if I write salary hash employee is equal to 55. It's 45. Why it is taking 45? Because hash is used for commenting purpose. It is not acceptable, right? Now, after this, if and else are the keywords, so we cannot use them. We cannot use them as a variable. Else one is acceptable. Else and if they are invalid because they are the keywords. If I write else one underscore if, that is acceptable. Okay. It is equal to 67. It is valid because all class names are not the keywords. All class names are not keywords. All variable names are case sensitive. So we can write in any case. So that is valid. We can write in any case that is valid. See, as I've shown you, total salary of an employee is 45. Total number of students is equal to, we wrote 500. It is valid. It is valid, but not recommended. So what we'll recommend is to write total underscore sal underscore employee is equal to 45 because that is valid and recommended also. Is this clear to you, everyone? Is this clear to everyone? Any questions till now? Students, any questions? No? Okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed. Now we are going to talk about, the data types in Python. Data types in Python. Now, when we talk about the data type, students, data type in Python is to allocate the sufficient amount of space for storing the values or letters. Let me show you. See, let's go ahead. Now we are discussing about the data types. Data types in Python is to allocate the sufficient amount of memory space for storing the values or literals in the main memory of computer. In Python programming, we have 14 data types. They are also known as the classes and classified into 6 categories, that is int, float, bool, and complex. We have the fundamental category in which we have int, float, bool, and complex. Then we discuss about sequence category data type, in which we have str, bytes, byte array, and range. Then third data type is list category, in which we have the list and tuple. It is a collection of data types or data structures. Set category, which has the set and frozen set. It is also the collection of data types or data structures. Then the dict category data type, in which we have the dict only. And none type category data type, which have the none type whose value is called none. So shall we proceed with the data types? Shall we proceed with the data types? Any questions till now, students? You can ask me right now. You can ask me right now, students, if you have any questions. Shall we proceed? Yes, Raghu, please unmute.
Yeah, hi, Ritu. So it may be an early question. So see if we have category 2 and 3.
Sequence and list.
So yeah, so
Hmm.
tuple I'm not sure. List I know. List I can understand based on data structures and all. So either the string or range. So it will contain a sequence of a series of values. It may not be in the same order, but even what I believe is list also collection of data, right?
No,
So
that is about
you
set.
get to-
That is for set. That does not
ah,
that does not maintain the insertion of it.
okay, okay, makes sense. Yeah, I
So
was
shall
just
we
confused.
proceed, shall we proceed with the fundamental category?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Students, you need not to worry about it. Like once we start the data types, we'll discuss each and everything. We'll discuss each and everything in this. If we'll go ahead with the int data type, if we'll go ahead with the fundamental category, we'll discuss each and everything. Okay, so let's proceed with the fundamental category data type. Now, when we are talking about the fundamental category data type, what does it do? It stores the single value in single objects or variables. So what will it do? It will store the single value and single object and variable. And int is one of the predefined class features as a fundamental category data type. Now, what is the purpose of int category? When we are talking about the int category, it stores the integer data type or integral data type, or that is also known as the whole number. Means numbers without decimal places. Like if I write A is equal to 200, B is equal to minus 200. Now, C is equal to 0. Now I'm writing now. Print A, type of A. See, this is the class int. Now, print B, comma, type of B. Now, what is this? This is also the class int. Now, print C, type of C. This is the class int. So means it saves the integer data or integral or the whole number. Numbers without decimal places is known as the int data type. This is also known as the class. Data types are also known as the classes. So, as I've told you that we have 4 types of data types in fundamental category. This is one of the first data type. This is the predefined class in the fundamental category data type. Now let's take A is equal to, let me write 25. B is equal to, let me write 65. Okay. Now C is equal to A plus B. Now print A, print B, and print C. Got the answer? And what type of data type it is? It is a int category data type. Now let's take one more example. A is equal to minus 45. B is equal to minus 89. C is equal to A plus B. Now print A, int data type, C, got it. Right? Now with integer data type, as the Smith was asking, we can also store different types of number system data. In the int data type, we can also store different types of number system data as we have 4 number system data otherwise. You remember, as I've told you, we have 4 number system programs. Let's go ahead with that. Now, when we talk about the number system, oh, let's proceed. We have 4. One is 4 number systems. Systems we have, right? From which we have first one is decimal number system. decimal number system, which is understandable by everyone. Okay, it is one of the default number systems. Now, this is what? This is a default number system. Please take care of this. This is a default number system, understandable by people. And this number system contains the digits like, they have the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, till 9, right? So total digits are 10, right? So all the 10 literals, all the base 10 literals are called the decimal number system data. So base is equal to 10, right? So all the 10 base literals, all the base 10 literals are called decimal number system. Okay? Decimal number system. Now, after this, second one. Second we talk about is a binary number system. Second is a binary number system. Now, when we are talking about the binary number system, what all do they have? What all do they have? Binary number system has the digits 0 and 1. And total digits are how many, students? 2. Am I right? 0 and 1, so total digits are 2. So they have the base 2. They have the base 2. Third number system we are talking about is the octal number system. Octal number system. See, when we talk about the binary number system, it is understandable by the OS and processors during the application execution. Let me write it here. This is understandable by OS and processor during application execution. I'm sorry. Application execution. Right? Now, binary number system data, if we talk about in the Python, let me write it, sorry. We have to store it with 0B or just a second, or 0B in the capital format. Okay, even we store the binary data, the Python programming environment will convert it into the decimal value. I have shown you the examples. Let me show you one more time. Like A is equal to 0B 111110. Now, print A type of A. 130. The conversion I'll tell you, but before that you need to understand. Now, let me write A is equal to 0B 1111. Now, print A 15. Now, if I write C is equal to, let me write 0B 1110 plus 0B 11111. Now, print C, type of C. It is 45. It is 45. Now, in spite of this, if I write A is equal to 0B, I'm writing 0B. Now, 1102. Now, this is invalid binary listing. Invalid binary listing. Now, let's proceed. Let's proceed with the octal number system. Then we'll talk about the conversion. Now, when we are talking about the octal number system, in that, the octal number system, we have the data. Octal number system is used in the microprocessor programming. It is used in the microprocessor programming. Let me write. It's used in the microprocessor programming. That is 8086. 8086. Right? This number system contains the digits, that is from digits which it contains is 0, listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 7. Till 7. So they have the total number of digits is 8. So their base is 8. Base is 8. In Python programming, octal data must be represented or stored in the variables by preceded with 0O, 0O, or 0O, 0O in the capital, right? Let's go ahead and see. A is equal to, now I'm writing 0O, 256. And now print A, type of A. See, 174. It is converted. Now A is equal to 0O. Let me write 568. Now I'm writing 568. Is it acceptable? No. Now, if I write 567, this is acceptable. This is acceptable. Now, if I write print A, type of A, that is 375. That is a class int. Now, next data type. Next data type is, next number system we talk about is fourth number system is hexadecimal number system. Hexadecimal number system. Now, when we talk about the hexadecimal number system, it is used in development of O. It is used in development of OS. Okay, and contains the digits. Let me write 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. After this, they have the A, which is considered as 10. Then B, which is considered as 11. Let me write it in the capital, in the uppercase, 11. Now, they have C, which is considered as 12, 12. Then they have D, which is considered as 13. Now they have E, which is considered as 14. And next is they have F, which is considered as 50. So how many total number of digits they have? Total number of digits? Students, tell me, you people are not responding. 16, right. So total number is 16, so their base is 16. 16. Base is 16. Now how this base helps? How this base helps? Now, in the Python programming, hexadecimal must be represented with 0x or 0x or 0x, right? Now, even we store the hexadecimal data, the Python programming environment will convert it into the decimal value, as we have seen earlier. Now, let me show you. If I write 0x, a is equal to 0x, let me write 0x 245, and let me write a. Now, print a value of a. Got it? Now, let me write a is equal to, let me write 0x BW. Now, print a, got the output. Now, as the student asked me how the conversion takes place, students, if the time is over now, so can we talk about the conversion, how this conversion is taking place tomorrow? Can we talk about it tomorrow? I'll tell you the conversion, how the conversion will take place. Okay, good. So we are short with the time. Rest we'll discuss tomorrow. Any questions till now do you have? Okay. 2 participants have raised their hand. Yes, Raghu?
Yeah, hi Ritu. So just curious to know what are the file formats that we are going to cover as part of this course and database connectivities.
Have you gone to the course content?
Not completely, sorry. I didn't get a chance to go through it.
Go through it, then you'll come to know what all we are going to cover. Okay, from the
Okay.
11th or 12th day, we are going to start with the programming also.
Okay.
Okay. First, you
Okay.
need to clear the basics.
Yes, that's right.
But what you were about to say? That's okay? No
Yeah,
problem?
I'm fine.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, Shiva Prasad. Yes. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hi, Ritu.
Hello.
My question is like you mentioned Python is case sensitive. So can we write here in hexadecimal in small letter and capital letter both
Yes,
are
yes.
correct?
Both are acceptable. You can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you. Yeah.
Right. No problem. Any other questions? No questions. Okay. So with this, we are done with the session today. Rest we'll discuss tomorrow. Rest we'll discuss tomorrow. First, we'll discuss about the conversion, then rest of the discussion. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye. Have a nice day.